Hey guys, this is Jam of JamOnline.ph, and today we're gonna unbox and take a closer look at the OPPO Reno 10x smartphone. So this smartphone is the current flagship smartphone of OPPO, and it can compete against Huawei P30 Pro, as this one is capable up to 60 times zooming using its camera. We got here a triple lens camera, but before that, let's talk about the specifications of the smartphone. So first, we got here a 6.6-inch Super AMOLED Full HD Plus display, a Snapdragon 855 processor. We also got here an 8 gigs of RAM with 256 gigs of internal storage, 48 megapixel main camera with 8 megapixel wide camera and 13 megapixel telephoto camera, and again, it is capable up to 60 times zoom. And then there's the 16 megapixel pop-up front facing camera, an in-display fingerprint scanner, 4065 milliamp hours of battery, and it's running on ColorOS 6 based on Android 9 Pie. So yeah, this one is pretty amazing and it's pretty exciting. So what are we waiting for? So let's unbox and let's take a closer look at the OPPO Reno 10x smartphone. Alright guys, so you're looking at the OPPO Reno smartphone. So you all know that this smartphone is the current flagship smartphone of OPPO, and it comes with a 10x zoom. You can see here that we got here the dual lens camera and also another camera in here compared to the OPPO Reno smartphone. So what are we waiting for? So let's unbox this one. Of course, we got here the manuals. Of course, the OPPO Reno smartphone that we will check out later. We also got here a VOOC flash charger, and it's 5 volts, 4 amperes, just at 20 watts. I wonder why. So the R17 Pro has a faster charger compared to the OPPO Reno. We also got here a really nice case. I'm not sure what's the feel of this one, but it's kind of like fabric, really hard fabric, and I actually like this one. We also got here the cable, and it comes with the VOOC logo over here, so it means that you need to use this cable to enable VOOC flash charging on the smartphone. We also got here an in-ear phones, and yes, surprisingly, it's an in-ear phones, and it comes with a USB-C port. So yes, there's no 3.5mm headphone jack or headphone port on the OPPO Reno 10x, and of course, we got here the earbuds in case you want to change the buds of your in-ear buds that is included on the OPPO Reno headset. So what are we waiting for? So let's check out the OPPO Reno 10x smartphone. So this is the OPPO Reno 10x, and before we proceed to the software of the smartphone, let's talk about this one. So the difference between the OPPO Reno and the OPPO Reno 10x is this one. We got the telephoto lens over here, and it's capable of 10x zooming and up to 60 times zoom, and I'm gonna show that to you later, a camera sample of the 60 times zoom on the OPPO Reno smartphone. And yes, the design of this smartphone is still good too. I actually love it, and yes, it's a little bit bigger compared to the OPPO Reno, and we got a really nice glass at the back, really premium, and it's very flagship design. I like this one. So you can see here that the lighting and the color are shimmering thanks to the gradient and frosted glass at the back. I actually like the design of this one. Then similar to the OPPO Reno, we do not have a protruding camera. We also got here a small bump over here that protects the glass of the camera of the smartphone. So this one comes in Gorilla Glass. That's why you won't be worried about the scratches on this one, and I applaud OPPO for that, as they use a Gorilla Glass for the camera. It's very rare. Anyway, we also got here the horizontal design, the OPPO logo over here, and designed by OPPO. And yes, again, it does look premium. It's a little bit heavy, yes, but the ergonomics of this one is better than I expected. We also got here a curved back, and again, this one is very ergonomic to hold. I like the grip on this one, but I still prefer that you use the included case on the OPPO Reno smartphone. And actually, the look of the OPPO Reno with the case, this one is actually better than the OPPO Reno. So the 10x case is way better than the OPPO Reno's included plastic case. Anyway, inside we got here the USB-C port. Unfortunately, there's no headphone port on this one. We also got here the card tray. On the left side, we got here the volume rocker. On the other side, the power button. And at the top is where you can find the pop-up camera, and I'm gonna show that to you later. But first, let's talk about the display of the smartphone. So the display is Full HD Plus. Yes, it's not the sharpest display in the market right now, but what I like about it is that we got here an in-display fingerprint scanner. That's number one. Number two, there's no notch. Similar to the OPPO Find X and the OPPO F11 Pro, we do not have a notch on the OPPO Reno 10x and the OPPO Reno. You can see here that we got a minimal bezels, and the bezels are actually not visible on this one, almost not visible, because it's quite thin. It's actually really thin, and I like the screen to body ratio of this one. You also got here a small chin at the below, and it's actually not that big. It's actually pretty small compared to most flagship smartphones available in the market today. So this one comes with a flat display, unlike the OPPO Find X that comes with a curved display, and I'm surprised that they didn't use a curved display on their flagship smartphone, the OPPO Reno 10x. But I actually prefer having a flat display. As for gaming and checking out photos, there's no warping and discoloration, as again, we got a flat display. For me, personally, I prefer a flat display compared to curved display. So yes, you've seen the design of the smartphone. Yes, it does look good to me. I love the design of the OPPO Reno 10x. How about the software? Well, it's still running on ColorOS 6, and it's running on Android 9 Pie, and we're running Qualcomm Snapdragon 855 with 8 gigs of RAM and 256 gigs of internal storage. If you ask me, that is a flagship level specification similar to Galaxy S10 and US. It's running on Snapdragon 855, OnePlus 7, and also the Xiaomi Mi 9. So yes, this is really a flagship smartphone. So you all know the specifications of this one. You all know that the display of this one is quite good. You can see here that the viewing angles are good. It's actually great, and I like the design of this one. But how about the camera of the smartphone? Well, we've actually tried this smartphone during the NDA session with the media, and I was actually surprised that this one is miles better compared to the OPPO Find X and to other OPPO smartphones, even the R17 Pro. So this one is just a normal shot with no dazzle mode, or yeah, you can see here this is the dazzle mode, I believe. Yeah, Dazzle Color. So I've used that one, and you can see here that there's a big upgrade when it comes to saturation. We got a better saturation this one, although it's a little bit oversaturated to me. So you have to turn on Dazzle Color whenever you want an oversaturated photo, or just taking a lot of a picture with a lot of colors. So yeah, for me this one is pretty good. You can see here the details, even the chili sauce over here. You can see here the seeds. This one is pretty detailed to me. It's a big upgrade compared to other OPPO smartphones. And yes, I took another selfie. This one is actually pretty good. Well, the venue isn't that bright, but you can see here that I got a really nice selfie on this one. It's quite detailed to me, and for a low light, the selfie camera of the OPPO Reno 10x is quite good. And then this one is using the wide angle lens of the smartphone, and surprisingly, the details were really good. The dynamic range were really great on the OPPO Reno's wide angle lens. I'm actually surprised that I can take photos like this on an OPPO smartphone. Then another selfie, this one comes with AI, so you can see here that our portrait mode, that's why my face is so smooth, and we got a nice bokeh in here. The bokeh is almost perfect. Well, not surprising. I mean, it's a flagship smartphone. Then of course, I tried it a while ago, so I took some shots of the amiibos, and yes, it's actually pretty good. The contrast, well, I think they need to upgrade on that one, and also the highlights and the shadows. But yeah, for overall, it's still good for me for a flagship smartphone. So this one comes with a really on point colors. I actually like the saturation on the OPPO Reno 10x. I love it. The colors are really popping out. It's not super or oversaturated, but the colors are just fine with me. So this is a demo of the 60x zooming of the OPPO Reno 10x. So we got here on, let me turn on the auto rotate first. So there we go. So you can see here a shot that I took a while ago, and I actually want to shot that one. You can see here that's an iAcademy, and I've used the 60x zoom, and voila, it's beautiful. It is not super detailed, but you can see here that it can capture up to 60x. It can read anything that my eyes can't, and yeah, it's almost on par with the Huawei P30 Pro, but I would like to have a competition, Huawei P30 Pro versus this one. I would love to compare the two smartphones. I believe the P30 Pro has a better AI detection, but this one has a more natural colors and, you know, better 60x zoom compared to the 50x of the Huawei P30 Pro. But again, we can't conclude that one yet as I haven't compared the two smartphones, but maybe in the future. Anyway, let's check out the camera of the smartphone. So again, this one is pretty normal or pretty basic to most OPPO smartphones. We got here the flash HDR. This one is new. This is actually wide angle lens. And we also got here the Dazzle Color, of course, the filters and also the settings. You can actually use video and record at up to 4K. That's not actually surprising. We also got here some modes like night, panorama, expert, time-lapse, slow-mo, Google Lens. And of course, if you want to use the front camera of the smartphone, there we go. It's very fast. Oh, sorry, didn't see that one, I believe. So yes. There we go. It's really fast, and yeah, it's a shark fin like pop-up camera module. There's the selfie camera, and the back you see here the flash. So yes, there's no flash on this part, but we have the flash on the pop-up camera of the smartphone. So we also got here the portrait mode that you can use to, you know, smoothen or thinner face, but I don't use that one. And what I like about it is that OPPO has included a protection in where, you know, when you drop your smartphone, this one will automatically close. Actually, the smartphone can detect whenever there's a pop-up camera on, and then the smartphone detects the drop and it automatically closes. So dropping of the phone was smartly detected. This one is really cool as it protects the mechanism of the pop-up camera of the smartphone. So this is actually new. I think this is the first one on an OPPO smartphone, I believe on all smartphones. So yeah, it's a pretty good feature and I love to use that one. But hopefully I wouldn't drop the OPPO Reno smartphone. So yes, use the case. Anyway, that's it for our short unboxing hands-on of the OPPO Reno 10x. So don't forget to check out my social media channels, and of course, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, don't forget to subscribe and also like my Facebook page and click that see first. So once again, I am jumonline.ph, and thanks for watching our unboxing hands-on of the OPPO Reno 10x smartphone.